different colors. Holy shift, if I might be crass. Oh, look how satisfying. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. That was super sweet of you. You guys, I'm wearing my cool Casey Musgraves sweatshirt today that I got at the Casey Musgraves concert. Look at how cute it is. It's got her little face on the back of the tour dates, and it's got a dagger on the side. I know, I'm like such a tough girl in this sweatshirt, but that's like the whole theme of the album. You know, it's her divorced album. It's about heartbreak. She's a star-crossed lover. I feel very cool in this sweatshirt. Got my little cherry earrings on today that my friend Kate gave me. Got the matching red butterfly clips. I'm just feeling very big cool girl energy today, and I love that for me. But that's not what this video is about. You did not click on this video to find out what a cool girl I am. You already know what a cool girl I am. No, you clicked on this video because you, like me, have an interest in a full face of Danessa Myricks. So if you're not new to my channel, then you already know how much I love Miss Danessa. I love literally everything I've tried from her. If I had to pick one brand that was nothing but hits, it would be Danessa Myricks Beauty, which is incredible because usually every brand has at least a couple misses, but I've truly yet to find a miss from Danessa Myricks, so I'm very excited to do a full face today. I have a couple of products that I haven't tried before, so there'll be some first impressions here. I have a couple of samples that I keep meaning to try. I got when I last placed an order with her a couple months ago, and that is a sample of her Vision Cream Cover Foundation and Concealer, and also the Vision Flush Blush. Apparently this can be used on eyes, lips, and face, and this foundation can be used as like foundation, concealer, bronzer, whatever you want it to. Love that she does so many multi-use products, so that's really exciting. And then of course I have the products that you guys hear me screaming about all the time, my Luxe Cream Palette, and then I also have the Dew Wet Balm, the beautiful highlighter here. I also have a bunch of Twin Flames multichromes, and I have my multichrome Infinite Chrome Flakes, as they're called. I have played with these on my channel, but I have a new shade to play with here today too. Lots of exciting stuff. So if that sounds like a topic that is interesting to you and you want to see me put on a full face of Danessa Myricks, then I encourage you to please subscribe and keep on watching because it's coming at you right now. Alright, let's zoom in because I think I want to start with eyes first today because I'm just so excited to dip into these Infinite Chrome Flakes. Like I said, I have a new shade to try here that my sweet friend Cami sent to me. Thank you so much. That was super sweet of you. She accidentally ordered a double of the shade Lightning Bolt and sent it my way, and I feel like the camera can't even capture. Oh, you can see it better through the sides. Do you see how many different colors this is? It's got purple, blue, green. It's truly like the entire rainbow. I am so excited. I don't want to waste any more time. So what I'm gonna do is lay down a black base because I did a little bit of beta testing earlier, you guys, and I was like, you know what? I've played with the flakies before. Like I have another shade of the flakies and I already did it over a black base, so maybe I should do something different today. So I did some hand swatches over a bunch of different bases. I swatched it just on its own. I swatched it over the Twin Flames multichromes. I swatched it over a blush, and I gotta tell you, they just look the best over a black base. I know I'm like a broken record about this, but I just feel like when you put a multichrome over a black base, the dimension is so much more visible. Like if I just put it over my skin, which as you can see is very pale, I'm like the shade of paper, like there's not a lot of dimension there. But when I put it over a black base, I just feel like you get to see the full spectrum of colors more, so that is why I'm doing this. So I'm just going in with my basic black shape here. I'll probably clean it up with the brush a little bit, but I plan on covering this in gold flakes and I cannot wait. So let's just speed through this real quick. You see me do this a million times. Let me do the other eye real quick. Alright, here we are. I got my black graphic shape going on, and now I don't want to wait another moment before putting on this gorgeous Infinite Chrome Flakes. So the last time I used these, I also did it over a black base, but in that video I did it over a black eyeshadow base, whereas today I'm wearing a black gel eyeliner. It's a waterproof gel liner, so it's totally dried down, so there's no like eyeshadow or anything to interact with it, because I did feel like with the eyeshadow it mixed in with it a little bit, which kind of affected the color. So right now we're just going over a black base. It's definitely got a liquidy base to it, a little bit of a glue adhesive. Wow! I played with these before. I knew this was gonna be wild, but I just, it's never fails to make me audibly wow. now whenever I put a multichrome on my lids. And also you can see, like, these are definitely flakes. This isn't gonna give an opaque coverage by any means. It's gonna be a little uneven, but it gives sort of a crackled effect. I love that phrasing for it. I was watching a Rose and Ben video earlier. I think that's her name on Instagram. This girl, you guys know this girl. She's incredible. I like her so much. She's such a good makeup artist. But she was demoing how to use these, and she described it as giving a crackled effect, which I feel like is such an accurate way to describe these flakes, because that's exactly what they do. You can see as I layer it up a little more, it still looks flaky, but it does get more opaque. Like I said, it's never gonna be fully opaque, but you can make it more opaque if you keep layering it up. Okay, I'm going in with my Odin's Eye FR5 brush to really try to get to the inner corner here. Yeah, this is wild. Especially, I've said this before, if this is your first video of mine, hi, hello, my name is Giovanna, I'm a Virgo, and I'm so happy to have you here. But the reason I like to do this sort of a graphic shape is because when I spread the multichrome over different parts of my eye, obviously my eye is not a flat surface, so you should be able to see that shift a little better, and I feel like you can totally see it. I may have done a bit too many layers with this one because my lid is feeling like a little bit like it's on my lashes. Like, I don't know, my lashes are feeling like they're kind of sticking together. I think I got some on my lashes, but I will see if I can, you know, just brush that off when it dries, because right now it's definitely still a little wet. Okay, yeah, I for sure applied too many layers. Can you tell this one? Well, this eye won't open as much as the other one. Note to self with these flakies, I didn't do this last time I wore them. I don't know why. I think today I was just so blown away by this color. I kept layering and layering and layering it up, but yeah, maybe stick to like 2 layers. 3 might be a little much. There's probably something alcohol based in here, I would think, in order for it to both be wet and then dry down. So anytime something's alcohol based, if you layer it up too many times, it's gonna feel a little drying and a little cracked. What happens if I put a little setting spray on it? That's also alcohol based, but it has aloe in it. That helped. I was worried that was gonna ruin it, but that actually helped. That like added some immediate moisture. I just used my NYX Bear With Me setting spray. So you know what? I'm over here troubleshooting on the spot, making mistakes so you don't have to. That's my whole thing, man. I'm happy to make mistakes for you. But okay, that's enough for those flakies for now. Actually, you know what? That's not enough of the flakies. The cars are honking outside. They said we want more flakies. But you know what? We're just gonna do a little close-up right now, and I know it keeps going in and out of focus. Holy shoot, dude, I could curse right now. This looks so pretty. Look at how you can see the different colors. You can see the orange, the gold, the green. The only thing I'm not really seeing right now is the purple, but let me get my mirror. Okay, yeah, you can really see the green and blue when I hold up my mirror here. That's a good tip if you didn't know this. If you're trying to see more of your multichromes, you can use a little mirror like this and look at all that blue. What happens if I put it on this side? Ooh, you can see a lot of orange if I put it on this side. There's a neat little party trick for you, but yeah. Okay, so now let's zoom out just a little bit, and we're gonna do another Danessa Myricks product. I've decided that for my brow bone highlight, I'm gonna go in with one of my Twin Flames liquid eyeshadows. These are very different than the flakes. They do also seem to have more of like a dry down base to them, but this is gonna give you more of an opaque color. They're not flaky. I'm gonna go in with the shade Everlasting because it has a really pretty greeny gold flip to it, and I'm just gonna go in right with the brush. I have found that the best way to apply these Twin Flames liquid eyeshadows is to put some on with the brush, but then kind of blend it out with your finger. If you want a fully opaque color, then I would just go all over with this, but I do want it to be a little more of a highlight. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a clean finger and just kind of dab that a little bit. And this is a beautiful flip to it too. Let me see if I can capture it. Yeah, you can definitely see more of the greeny gold in the mirror. It's so interesting how multichromes work. They're so hard to capture. They're like fireflies. They're beautiful to look at, but they're difficult to capture. And do I even want to capture them or just enjoy the moment? Maybe they're not like fireflies. I don't want to capture fireflies. Get a load of those shifts. Holy shift, if I might be crass. I mean, this is just absolutely beautiful. Okay. I'm getting carried away with just looking at the multichromes. So let me go ahead and do these same steps on the other eye real quick, and then we will come back and get to this base. Alright, so the other eye is done, and like I said, now we can move on to my base makeup. I do already have my primer on. I don't have a Danessa Myricks primer. I think she does make an oil, which I'm kind of interested in, but to be honest, I just really like my priming routine right now, and her primers are a little expensive, so maybe if she has a sale, but I'm wearing the Auric Glow Lust. And now we can dig into this Vision Cream Cover. It looks like a liquid in here. I don't know. Maybe cream is subjective. Maybe it's a cream finish. Also, heads up, the shade in here, you know, when they send you these samples, they send like 6 shades, like 1 in each category. So the lightest shade she sent is N3, which is definitely not gonna be a perfect shade match for me, and I will show that to you now. It's too warm on me for sure. Like, I would go for a lighter shade, hopefully in a cooler undertone. Although I will say this feels super creamy. I'm taking back what I said about it being a liquid and not a cream, because it looks liquidy, like in here. I don't want to drip it anywhere, but it looks liquidy, but feels like a cream. I could definitely see why this is considered both a foundation and a concealer though, because this is thick, much thicker than I expected it to be. So let's go in, start blending it out. I'm interested to see the coverage because I feel like I kind of applied a lot. Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure not my shade. Don't worry, I have a plan to correct it afterwards. I feel like it's giving a lot of coverage though. Look at this covering my redness here. Like, I am hot right now and my cheeks kind of run red anyways, and that just covered it so nicely. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm smelling something floral. Why am I smelling something floral? Is it floral or is it factory smell? I'm a little worried there's fragrance in here. Does it say on the back? Oh no, there's a little perfume in here. Oh, my skin doesn't tend to like fragrance. That is a bummer. Okay, well, you know what? Maybe it's a light enough fragrance that I won't break out. I'll be sure to update you in the description box though, because usually if my skin doesn't like fragrance, I break out like the next morning. So I'll definitely update you in the description box or the pinned comment. This is giving full coverage though. I wonder if I could sheer this out if I had applied less. I feel like a little just takes you such a long way. It gave me a full coverage, but I feel like it's not drawing attention to texture and it's giving a very natural finish. Dare I say natural matte? I don't know. I feel like there's not a ton of glow shining through it. You know what? I take it back. You can still see my glow shining through. Definitely gonna have to let this sit on the skin a little bit longer to really see how it looks. Ugh, I had a plan to fix the shade by adding a little bit of a foundation that is like too light for me, but I also don't want to mess with the formula, but it also looks really orange. You know what? I think it's fine. I'm gonna add the tiniest little bit of my Oma by Sharon C foundation. This is the Flawless IRL foundation. I'm literally just gonna add a dot. This is a pretty sheer coverage foundation, like doesn't give a ton of coverage, and it's also a very natural finish, so I feel like it won't mess with it too much. Please just allow me to fix this shade a little bit because this is way too light for me. So I feel like if I just add a little bit, it'll be okay. All right, so I'm all color corrected now. What do we think? Like I said, way more high coverage than I expected. I would not go in with that much next time. Lesson learned. But also, like I said, you know, despite the high coverage, it's not looking cakey on my skin at all. So feeling good. Don't think I'll be able to conceal with this because I wasn't even the right shade of foundation for me. So let me go do my concealer off camera real quick and then we'll come back and do some cheek products. Here I am, baby. Signed, concealed, delivered. I'm yours. All right. I hate that I plan these things before I say them and I still say them. Now we're moving on to blush. And as you can see, I have a nice little variety of blush shades here. I'm thinking of maybe trying to use this shade as a contour. I don't know. It depends how pigmented they are, if I'll be able to get away with it. But this is their Vision Flush lip, cheek, and eye color. Also, it looks like they have a ton of shades. I'm looking on the back here and I'm like, wow, that's very exciting. Only one of them seems to be shiny. This one doesn't even really look like a blush, just kind of looks like a golden highlighter. I don't know, maybe I'll try to mix this with one of the shades, but what shade should I use here? Kind of leaning towards this coral shade because I haven't been able to take my eyes off of it. And I feel like with like the greenish yellow eye look, the coral will be complementary. And this is called the Vision Cream Flush and the foundation was called Vision Cream Color. So I'm wondering if they're gonna be a similar texture because despite the foundation shade not being right for me, I did really like the texture of it. Whoa, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh, look how satisfying. So I'm gonna do with this what I normally do. Ooh, more liquidy, more liquid. Nope, never mind, take it back. It's not more liquidy, feels liquidy. And then as soon as I put it on my hand, it feels super creamy. Look at how pigmented that is. I'm intimidated, but very excited. This blush is very much a Leo. That's how I feel when I'm around Leos. So let me put a little bit on the brush here. So I definitely am not going right in on the face. That seems like it's gonna be way too pigmented, even for me as a heavy blush lover. So let's see, I put a little bit on the brush here for my finger. See how pigmented it looks on the face. Oh, okay, that's going on sheer. Much less intimidating than I thought it was gonna be. Granted, I only put a little bit on the brush, but let's see what happens if I take a little dip. Okay, that might have been an error on my part, but also the fact that I'm going in with blush first, I haven't even bronzed yet. I totally forgot what I was doing. I just blacked out for a second and just started going right in with blush, but that's okay. Honestly, sometimes I do flip the order. I do blush and bronzer. It doesn't really matter to me. This is blending really nicely. It's definitely got a natural finish. Like, it's not as dewy as my Luxe Cream palette. It's still really pretty, don't get me wrong. Like, it's a natural finish. It's not looking matte or flat by any means. Taking a little more pigment. I knew I'd get carried away. I can't help myself with blush. This is a really pretty color. Okay, that's absolutely stunning. Now, what I meant to do originally was I wanted to dip into the brown shade, which I think is called Toasted Almond. Looks a little deep for me, but I'm wondering, since the other shade went on pretty sheer when I took a light amount, I'm like, maybe I can use this as a little bit of a bronzer. I did dip some directly onto the brush. Why? I don't know. I can't tell you why I do the things I do, but let's see. I'm gonna take a very light amount and just try to use that for a little bit of sculpting. Okay. I think we're getting away with it here. Yeah, that's actually really pretty. It's like a very natural bronze. It kind of just turned my blush into a blonzer, if you will. I don't know if Benefit has the trademark to the word blonzer, but if they don't, then I'm gonna go ahead and call this combo a blonzer. The amazing thing about these Vision blushes is, like, you put it on your hand, you swipe it on, and it's pigmented, like super, super pigmented. But if you just apply a light amount to your brush, you can really sheer them out. Super natural, super flawless looking, giving very airbrushed. Oh, it's so nice. Okay, I also did mean to use the shimmery shade. I said that I was gonna blend it with the blush, and then as you saw, as you see in every video of mine, I kind of just black out when it comes to blush, and I don't know what's happening, but I do want to swatch this. I don't know if it's gonna be light enough to act as a highlighter for me, because it looks pretty gold. What do we think? What do we think? Can I get away with this? I kind of want to try getting away with this. Let's see if I can do it. I'm gonna take it on a smaller little stippling brush here. Ooh, oh shoot, oh, it's working. I was so worried this was gonna be too gold. Maybe also because I'm not wearing the right foundation shade. Maybe that's why it's working. It's subtle, like it's there, but it's subtle, but it's there. I just said the same thing twice. It's clearly malfunctioning because this is so pretty. I just love the texture of these. They almost feel moussey. They feel so nice. Tell me these don't have fragrance in them. Dang it, these have fragrance in them too, but they also have dimethicone, which makes sense for why I said earlier it's giving a very flawless finish. It's definitely giving a blurring effect, which I really, really like. I don't know, do I mind fragrance less in blush because at least it's not like all over the whole face? I don't know. We're gonna have to see how my skin reacts. I really do try to avoid fragrance and things. I feel like her other stuff isn't fragranced. Is my Luxe Cream palette fragranced? No, it's not, which is why I'm confused. Like, why are the more liquidy products fragranced, but this cream product isn't? I do find that a little strange. I would love to get answers on that, just because I feel like so many people's skin is sensitive to fragrance. Obviously not everybody, but like mine is, so, you know, I don't love that about it. Okay, let me set my face real quick. I don't have any powder on. There's nothing really to set, but I'd like to set my face anyways. All right, let's let everybody marinate for a few minutes here, sink into the skin, wait till it's fully sunk in. I'll put some mascara on and then we'll come back and we'll do a lip. All right, hello, I'm all mascaraed up and ready to finish up the look. Also, while I was off camera, I realized I never used the Danessa Myricks Wet Dew Balm because I ended up using that highlighter shade from the Vision blush. So let's put a little bit on my nose because I do really like this stuff. I was gonna wear it under my foundation because I do like to wear it that way sometimes, but I didn't want to mess with the foundation formula, so I just stuck with something I know. But this is really nice. I mean, it's really good as a nose highlight. You wouldn't think like something so balmy would be so powerful, but it is. But it doesn't even have a lot of shimmer in it. Look, I'm gonna add more because I can. It doesn't have a ton of shimmer in it. You can tell there's sheen to it, but you don't see a lot of shimmer particles. So I feel like this is just like such a good universal gloss. It really is clear. I mean, you can see, like when I shift it, you can see the shine, but it's clear, so that's great. I know they have other shades too. I know there's a pinky one and I think a bronzy one. So yeah, I've been loving this so far. As you can also see, I don't know if you noticed, there's a little dig spot in here because I do sometimes like to use it to make my blushes sheenier, and that totally works because this is so clear. All this to say, love my dew bomb, would do it again, and have been doing it. So now let's move on to my lips. I'm gonna use my Danessa Myricks Luxe Cream Palette, which as you can see is very well loved. I have very well loved every single shade in it. But which shade am I gonna use today? I've been trying to be better about using my little scraping tool rather than just using my fingernail, which is what I used to do. But you know, we're trying to be sanitary over here. So let's dip into these coral shades, try to match that blush a little bit of the coral shade. You really don't need a lot. I usually take too much, so I'm gonna start with just a little bit. And I also wanna take a little bit of the sheeny coral because I wanna add a little bit of sheen. The Luxe Cream Palette, I have the shade The Feminist, by the way. There is a nude option called the Nudist, but in the Feminist, there's only one shimmery blush. The rest of them are matte. None of them are really matte, they're all dewy, but you know what I mean. The rest of them don't have shimmer. This shade does have shimmer in it, though you can see I use it all the time because I love adding shimmer. And then, why not? Let's add a little bit of the hot pink, just because I love this hot pink and it really mixes well with a lot of shades. And I am gonna mix it up with my finger, not the spreader, because that just doesn't really work. And here is the gorgeous, gorgeous color we came out with. See how the pink just kind of like brightened it? It didn't totally change the color. It's still very much coral, but you can dab the Luxe Cream Palette formula on with your finger for a very sheer application, or you can layer it up. You can see I'm already going in with my second layer. You can make it more opaque. A lot of times products say their eyes, lips, and cheeks, but like, you know, they feel a little funny on the lips. They don't feel like they're supposed to be there on the lips, but this actually feels amazing on the lips and cheeks. I keep meaning to use it on the eyes. I thought about using it on the eyes today, you guys, but I really wanted you to be able to see that multichrome, so that's why I didn't do it. I swear I'll finally put it on the eyes one of these days and let you know how I like it. But you guys, with that, we have reached the end of the video. What do you think of the look? I feel like a dewy queen. I wasn't sure I was gonna feel like a dewy queen by the end of the video after I saw that foundation because it was looking a little matte. I was a little nervous. I don't know if you could tell, but I was a little nervous when I was putting on that foundation because it was not as dewy as I expected it to be. But it definitely, you know, as it sunk into the skin, some of my oils popped through a little bit. I just really don't like that there's fragrance in it. So like I said, I'll let you know in the pinned comment if I break out from this. I really don't want to because I love the texture of it. It seems like it would be buildable too. I'm curious to see if I could shear it out if I applied less next time. It seems like you could, because when I turned the camera off, I did take a clean brush and kind of go over it to remove some of the product. And I feel like I was able to do that. So I feel like you could definitely shear it out. Love that about it. The Vision Flush, I really hope it doesn't make me break out because I really like this a lot. And it is different enough from the Luxe Cream Palette that I feel like I could justify having both because this gives a totally different finish. I still ended up dewy by the end of the video with the highlighters and balms and everything, but this gives a nice blurred finish. It's that dimethicone. You know, dimethicone is usually in primers, so it makes sense that this is super blurring. Is there dimethicone in the Luxe Cream Palette? No, I don't see it. I don't think there is dimethicone in this one, which makes sense because, you know, it's definitely more oily than it is like blurring, which I'm okay with because I use other blurring products, but I definitely think that these two blush formulas are different enough to justify having both. And you guys, the proof is in the pudding when it comes to the eyes. I mean, the eyes are incredible. 1,000 out of 10 recommend those flakes. I think they're so cool. Let's do one final zoom. I know I've been talking for forever, but let's just give it up one more time for the eyes. It's incredible how many shades you can see at one time. I feel like they give so much more dimension. I know I said the black base is helping them show their dimension, but I feel like something to do with the flakes is also helping with the dimension since they're not flat to my skin. You know, it's not a flat layer. The flakes are making them more three-dimensional. There's a lot of topography happening on my eyes right now, and I feel like that's just showing all of the different shades in the multichrome, and I couldn't be a bigger fan. So let me know what your favorite Danessa Myricks products are, what your favorite product I tried today is. Let me know if you've tried the brand. What are your recommendations? Tell me anything. Tell me about your day. I just want to talk to you. But yeah, thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and they're always really cute and sweet like this one. Check out my description box for all of the glorious Danessa Myricks products that I tried today. Also in my description box, I will have a bunch of Black Lives Matter resources, resources to support the Asian American community, and resources to support the LGBTQ+ community. So please check out those links if you haven't yet. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll multichrome you later. I'll Danessa Myricks you later. I don't know. Bye!